Race 2 here in Silverstone for the RTA Formula 3 Championship. It's a reverse grid race with McCloughry on pole in front of Steve Harte. It's lights out and away we go. It seems to be a pretty good start from the front runners. There's a crash there at the back. That's TJ Baker and I think it was Owen Kelly. As we come through turn 1 now, on board with Anthony Conway, that's Ryan Smith, who's just passed us around the outside. He's going to be looking up the inside of Simon Wall, coming in to 2 and 3. He's battling with Mark Ivory, but he just about holds that position. Oh, goodness me, there's the two leaders off there. That's Steve Harte and McCloughry, who have gone off at turn 3. That's Abbey coming onto the Wellington straight. The two leaders collide and take each other off, and now Steve Harte is battling with Aaron Bell as Mark Ivory and Ryan Smith battle with each other in front of us. And then there's two cars in front of them, the other McCloughry and someone else who's battling away. And we're side by side now with Aaron Bell as we come down to start-finish straight. Smith and Ivory battling each other. It's Ivory who just about stays in front. Oh no, never mind, it's Smith as Bell passes us coming into turn 1. It's side by side through Copse Corner and Bell just about takes it, and now we're going to be left defending from that's Simon Wall, who tries to go up the inside. I'm not sure how much he can make of that. We try and round the outside of Aaron Bell. It's not going to work out as we come through Abbey and on to the Wellington straight. It's Ryan Smith who passes Mark Ivory, and then Aaron Bell who passes ourselves. We're in front of Mark Wall, Rob Parks, and then Steve Harte, the second place starter who was involved in that incident at turn 3 on the opening lap. Now Aaron Bell chasing down Mark Ivory, looking for an opportunity past. There's 3 cars battling for the lead now as we come onto lap number 3 down the start-finish straight. Aaron Bell looks to the inside of Mark Ivory coming into turn 1. He has a superior run. He's going to take the inside line. We saw from race 1 that this is beneficial, and Aaron Bell takes what must be P4 from Mark Ivory there in a spectacular move up the inside. But Ivory isn't done yet. He tries to look for an avenue up the inside through turn 2, but it just doesn't work out for him, and he has to slot in behind. But now we're chasing down. Well, we're not chasing down. We're side by side with Ivory. It's tyre to tyre stuff, front left to right rear, and Ivory just about holds that position. But we go up the inside through that's Brooklands, as I forget the corner names once again. And now we got 2 cars battling for P2, and then Aaron Bell chasing them down, licking his lips, thinking, oh yes, there's something in this for me now. As we come onto lap 4 of this race, they're side by side for P2. I'm not sure who that is. That's Jens Diebmost, and oh, there's contact there. I'm not sure who that was with, but there was certainly contact, and Diebmost runs wide at turn 1. That's going to leave her gaping, and she has to concede a few positions there. And that's very unfortunate. Now behind Conway, and going to be looking to make up some of those lost positions. The Dane, who's now right back in. Oh, well, it must be the fringes of the top 10. Now riding on board with Steve Harte, who's up the inside of Rob Parks there through Aintree. He seems to have a bad run there, Rob Parks. Run wide through turn 3, and now coming through Brooklands. It's going to be Harte around the outside of Rob Parks. Not sure if he's going to be able to get the move done. He doesn't. Parks takes the inside line. And, well, that's a fair move from Parks. You have to say the commitment there was... Oh, goodness me, that's Simon Wall who spun out in front of us. That's a very unfortunate spin. I think he might have just ever so slightly dipped a tyre in the gravel or something. And then he's just done a complete 270. Oh, goodness me. That's Steve Harte who's completely gone off of his own hand there. He's got on the grass on the entry of Copse, and he's just run ever so slightly wide. Oh dear, oh that's quite an embarrassing crash there for Harte. He's got on the grass, it's dragged him wide, and then he's had a half spin and hit the barriers. And for someone who supposedly has quite a few championships under his belt, you have to say, oh, there's the spin for Mark Wall. He seems to have just dipped his left rear tyre on the gravel and or on the grass, and it hasn't helped him at all. Oh yeah, you can just see there, dipped his tyre ever so slightly on the grass on the exit of Luffield, and that hasn't worked out for him well at all. ATG wave, TJ Baker, he's on board from the start. Oh, it's another clumsy crash from the RTA boys, and he's just clipped Owen Kelly's, that's his right rear tyre, as I can't tell my left from my right, off the start. Owen Kelly's start, looking backwards. and he's doing some interesting things with the throttle there. He gets a terrible start. It's almost like an anti-stall. And then ATG Wave, TJ Baker just has nowhere to go except into the back of him. He tried to take avoiding action, but that hasn't really worked. That's McCloughry. Oh, McCloughry off there. He's been, well, Owen Kelly's been pretty much sandwiched there. Now looking at McCloughry's on board. He's just been passed by, I'm not sure who that is, but it's certainly Mark Ivory. And then he's tried to get the cutback on these two. On the Wellington Straight, it's the blue car. I'm not sure who that is. I know, I'm a terrible commentator. He tries to go round the outside, does McCloughry. He tries to turn it, and then he just gets punted off by Kelly, who got completely sandwiched, to be fair to him, by the blue car, just not leaving as much space as he perhaps could have. And yeah, you can just see there it's a bit of a pincer manoeuvre on Kelly, and it's come at the expense of McLaughlin. It's ATG Wave who I believe was involved in that collision. He's slipstreaming Rob Parks on now lap 8 as they come through Copse Corner. Rob Parks is looking to pass Mark Ivory as he runs wide at Copse. That's going to give TJ Baker a way past, and he takes that with both hands, that opportunity, and he's up into, well, I'm not quite sure what position that is, but it's certainly one more position to add to the score sheet on lap 8 of this race. He's now chasing down Mark Ivory, who's in front, as we fly through Brooklands and now into Luffield. He seems to have gained quite a bit of time on Ivory there. And he's going to be, oh, he's got a great run out of Luffield coming on to Woodcut. He's going to move to the left of Ivory as we come down the start finish straight. Ivory squeezes him. He's on the curb. He's pushing him off the track. And ATG Wave just has to concede that position, live to fight another day. But he seems to have got a superior run out of Copse Corner, turn 1. He goes up the inside of Ivory, coming in to Aintree. Well, not Aintree, it's more sort of Beckett's, Maggots Beckett sort of complex, and he gets the move done. Oh, goodness me, and if you look in the rearview mirror there, Mark Ivory has just, he's lost his cool and he's completely spun out. Let's take a look at that from Rob Parks' point of view, and you can just see there that Ivory got a little bit too happy on the throttle, and that seems to have cost him. Now cutting on to lap 16 in this race. Not much action in the middle portion of the race, unfortunately, but we're now riding on board with Ryan Smith as he comes through Luffield. He's chasing down Ben McCloughry, the youngest driver on the grid, currently in karting, I do believe, if I get that right from the last video. I think he is anyways. As we come on to lap 17 of this race now, through turn 1, Ryan Smith is going to be looking for any avenue past McCloughry possible, and McCloughry's probably going to be looking up the road to fight Aaron Bell, but I'm not sure that's going to be possible as there's someone pulled off to the side there. That's I don't think they should be in this race, to be honest with you. I don't think they're a registered competitor, so we won't take any notice of that. But Ryan Smith, as we come on to the final few corners of the second to last lap, he's really chasing down McCloughry. He seems to have gained a fair amount of time on the young man in the Carlin car as we come through Luffield and through Woodcut now. He seems to have a great run out the final corner. He's going to be slipstreaming right the way down the start-finish straight. Is he going to go to the inside or the outside? I'd say the smartest move is to the inside. He's not close enough to make a move. He just follows McCloughry through turn 1 of Copse, and he's going to be looking to slipstream his way past McCloughry as we come on to the Wellington Straight now in a few corners. A good exit from this right-hander is absolutely crucial to get a move done into Brooklands, or maybe even Luffield if you get the cutback. He's slipstreaming McCloughry as anticipated. He's sat right behind him. I'm not sure it's going to be enough though. I think it's going to be a day late and $1 short as we come through Brooklands now and into Luffield. There's just not going to be enough time, but he has gained an awful lot on McCloughry through Luffield. If he gets a good exit from this corner, it could be an extra position for him, but I don't think he has. He's going to slipstream to the line, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's not. It's a day late and $1 short from Ryan Smith, but a good result nonetheless as they come across the line to finish. A good battle there with McCloughry. It might not have been wheel to wheel, but it was certainly high stakes stuff And now as we look at the other McCloughry, who's, oh dearie me, he's got on the grass on the Wellington straight, and he's spun out and hit the wall, which is quite embarrassing, you must say. That's not his first spin at Silverstone, and it's not his first time staring at the Armco either, as we remember from race 1, his absolutely massive shunt at the exit of Copse. Now Steve Harte, who's chasing him down, or at least he was until he spun at Midfield, and he seems to have just absolutely had enough with this race. He revved second gear to the high heavens, and he just spun out at the second to last corner. But I do hope you enjoyed that race. Not as much action in the midfield as perhaps the last race, but I do hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. If you did, please do feel free to subscribe. It is very much appreciated. Apart from that though, my name's been Simon, and I'll see you guys in the next video.